How fast can a GV60 with 490 horsepower do 0 to 60? Let's find out. We're in boost mode. We're going 3.63 seconds. Well, they said it took 4 seconds. It did it in 3.63 seconds. Wow. Welcome to the channel. This is the brand new 2024 Genesis GV60 Sport Plus version. This has 490 horsepower. It can do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, which we'll test out later. It has a WLTP range of 289 miles and its battery is 77.4 kilowatt hours. This is the top spec in the GV60 and I love the GV60. I think the GV60 is perhaps the coolest, most fun electric car that you can get right now. On the new 2024 Genesis GV60, there's a load of cool new technology, including face recognition, including fingerprint recognition, including having your maps from Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in the instrument cluster, the ability to use your watch to open and close the car with your Apple Watch or iPhone or even your Android phone. This car is packed full of cool technology, so I want to show you all the way around this car and how it works with that cool technology in this video. Now, I know I've said this before and it's no big surprise, but I think Genesis make the best alloy wheels. I mean, look at the intricate details on this. Look at the jagged cuts all over the place. It just looks amazing. Wouldn't want to curb them, but they look fantastic. They really, really do. Now, the feature I love the most on this car is this, the face recognition. If I want to lock the car, it lights up and it goes green. If I want to unlock the car, I just tap the button on the side here. It loads, it looks at me, and it goes green again. How cool is that? So I don't need a key in my pocket. Now, I'm also kind of cheating here because my phone and my watch is also the car key, and I can show you that very simply too. Just to prove the point, if I try and unlock the car without putting my face in front of it, look what happens. And you get the red. But if I put my face in front of it again, and I press it, it goes green and it locks. I think that's one of the coolest features I've seen on any car. The fact that you can get into your car using your face alone is fantastic and a really clever feature. And then to start the car, use your fingerprint because it uses the fingerprint recognition inside the car. Now I'm going to demonstrate that I can use my Apple Watch to open and unlock the car. So first of all, I've got my watch on. You can see that it's on my wrist. It's verified. If I tap now, I can unlock the car. Now what happens if I get rid of my Apple Watch? Take my Apple Watch off, and let's say I chuck it away. So my watch is no longer verified on my wrist. When I try and open or unlock the car, nothing happens. Unfortunately, in this case, I left it open, so that wouldn't be very good. But I would have been able to drive away because obviously I don't have my watch on to verify it. But you can see now the car will not do anything. It won't lock. It won't do anything. So again, your watch can be your key if you have an Apple Watch. Very cool feature. Now I'm going to demonstrate with my Apple phone, with my iPhone. Now this will work with Android phones as well, but only certain Android phones. So you need to make sure your Android phone is compatible. Obviously the Genesis app will work with iPhone and Android, but specifically the car key functionality, which exists in the wallet on the iPhone and not as just part of the Genesis app. That's totally different. And you can see here, and I'll show you a close-up on my screen, that's the Genesis. Now I can unlock and open the car by tapping on the buttons at the bottom here, which say lock and unlock. And that is one way of doing it, and also turn the climate control on and off, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna lock my phone, it's locked again. But it doesn't matter because it uses ultra wideband. So it uses new technology, NFC and ultra wideband, to wirelessly communicate with the car securely. So I can open and unlock the car and get in and drive away. Now this feature is not just available on Genesis, you can get it on the latest Kias, the latest Hyundais, BMW, and the newest Audis are starting to potentially offer this feature, but Genesis and the Kia Hyundai group are the first to do it, and this car has it already. So what a cool bit of technology to be able to do that. What about driving the car now? Because we've thought about getting in the car, we've looked at the face recognition, we've looked at the watch, we've looked at the phone. Let's test out how you actually drive the car without the key. Let's check out how the fingerprint recognition works. So down here, there's a little space where you scan your fingerprint, just like you'd get on the side of your watch or maybe your laptop, depending on what you have. And you simply touch it there. Now, obviously, you have to set this up just like you do on your phone. You have to tap it and it will go up to 100% and it will say, keep tapping, keep tapping. Once it's set up, you have it set up. You also set up a password on the screen too. So you have both options here, which is really, really important. So if your fingerprint, for whatever reason, doesn't work, you can still type in the passcode to get into the car, which is very, very important. So what does this look like? I tap it here, and at time it didn't work. It says 4 attempts remaining. This time it will. It says fingerprint verified, and it lets me straight in. And we're in, and now I can start the car and start driving. Now, I don't need my watch, I don't need my phone. I could just use a face recognition and my fingerprint, which is very, very clever from Genesis. I love how clever this is. Let's touch on the interior here for a second before we talk about more technology, because I absolutely love the interior. So this car costs around £77,000. It's got various options which make it even more luxurious, and it is a top spec model that Genesis make of the GV60, which I think is my favorite all-round electric car. I think the Volvo EX30 runs it very close. It's a smaller car, but this is my overall favorite. It's fast, it's powerful, it's got lots of cool technology in it, as we've touched on. Now, what I love about this is, first of all, the premium interior. These seats, combination of leather and Alcantara suede materials, the piping down them looks beautiful. The piping on the dashboard, of course, this is covered in material as well. We don't have any scratchy black plastic. It's all really nice materials, like this silver effect with the texture. Same on the dashboard here. And then we've got physical buttons for the climate control with a screen, which we can turn on and off by turning them on or off like that and adjusting them. Let's turn them off because it's not that cold today, and I can press the off button to turn them off. I'm going to set this up with CarPlay. I have it normally set up with Android Auto, but I've got my iPhone on me, so I'll do that. I personally prefer Android Auto, but let's show CarPlay. To set it up, very simple. Go into the phone connections, click on Add. All I need to do is add it on the Bluetooth, and it'll pop up on my Bluetooth. I mean, it already shows the digital key, so I've already actually got the connections to the GV60. I tap on it on here. You probably can't see it. Make sure it pairs together, and it allows pairing requests. It's pairing on here, and now I have on here my phone is connected. Now you'll ask me, do I want to use CarPlay? If I click on yes, I do want to use CarPlay. It will then ask me on the screen, do I want to use it? And now I have, in a second, CarPlay on the GV60. That was very simple to set up, and I can also get my maps on the center screen in front of me in the digital driver display. We've got two 12.3-inch displays here. They're exactly like they were on the previous version of the Genesis GV60, but they're beautiful, they're easy to see, and they're very, very clear. The only thing they're missing is in this screen here on the EV9, there was a climate control. Now that was a bit divisive, because the truth is you couldn't really see the screen when you were driving because of the angle of the steering wheel. If you look at the angle of my eyes here, they come out here. So I could see that side and I could see that side, but I couldn't see that. I thought it was a nice use of the space. Maybe a better use of the space would be to extend the screen to there and make it a bit longer, but not complaining. These are really, really good, clear, easy to use screens. Now to set up the user profiles is very, very simple. Again, you can see CarPlay is connected. We go into settings, we go into user profile, and then we can change what's saved here. So we can change the password, we can do fingerprint identification, which I can put in my PIN for. Facial recognition, we've seen that is in use. We can change the profile image, and we can also link our smart key, which we've done. So how you set this up is very simple. You go into this and you follow the instructions on the screen, and I'm showing you now what you can see on your phone. And what will happen is your iPhone will recognize the key, and then it will connect to the car. Then you have the car key on your phone, and it will work exactly the same on an Android phone if it's supported. But you can see it's just super, super simple to use and very, very clever. Now in terms of the infotainment system in here, it is a very fast, easy to use system which works very effectively. I can see my EV settings. This is just like we've seen before. I can see 3D settings if I really want to have a 3D view of the car. This is a bit of a fun thing. You don't need to do this, but if I wanted to check the lights or the driver assistance, we know there's a lot of driver assistance on this car, a lot for every potential situation, which means it's really, really good for safety when driving, and I love that about this car. Don't hate the driver assistance, it's there to make it safer for you. So this is the other cool thing here. If I put in navigation, I can see on the center instrument cluster, Android Auto. And that means I can have the music on the middle full screen, and then I can have this up here and keep track of it, which I really, really like and is super cool. And I think is a fantastic bit of technology. The latest BMWs also have this, but this is on a Genesis, and I love that. I love that you can have in front of you the map. So then if you've got a guest in the car, a passenger, they can play with the music and you can see exactly where you're going. I'm sure you would agree there's a lot of cool technology in the GV60. To see other cars with cool technology, please look here and here. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more on the channel. Thanks for watching.